All right, so pardon the crappy camera and crappy presenter here, but this is the way you're going to get your computer, and we're going to do a short video on installing the graphics card. So in the box, you're going to get the computer, you're going to get this graphics card. This will be nicely packaged. You're going to get a couple of screws to hold the graphics card in, and a little stand, which you'll see in a moment, that holds the graphics card level, and I'll show you how to put that in. So we're going to pack the hell out of this thing. So I'm going to take the top off. There's a little leather pull tab right here on the back of the machine. You just pull this and the top comes right off. Super easy. And then we're going to take the side panel off with two kept screws. What's a kept screw? You don't have to pull it all the way out. Once it's loosened up, you can leave it. Same up top here, slide this back. You can see how it slides, and then this just lifts off. There are some feet on the bottom here that align with these three holes here. So when we're putting this back on, those feet just pop in there. You can see that on video now. They go in just like that. So super easy to put back on. So we're gonna take this off. We're also gonna include some foam on the inside of the machine here. So I'm gonna take this off. So go back out there. There you go. So two hands, I'm gonna pull from the top here, and there's a heat sink in here. Go ahead and get a top shot of this, Aaron. So not so close up, a little bit farther back. Keep going back, keep going back. There you go. So you can see the heat sink and the foam surrounding it. We don't want to pull up. We want to pull out the way I'm pointing here. So we're going to pull back here and pull this out and push it out around the heat sink. We don't want to pull this heat sink up or off or out. So I'm going to pull back and see how I'm just slipping this out around this big heat sink here. So now we're out. This is out. There we go. Not so many movements because it's going to get sick. So easy on the movements. So this is going to go back in later. So we've got two slots here. You want to come around. Don't get so close. Back. There you go. So two slots right here where my hand's going through. That's where the video card goes. Right here inside the machine here. So we're going to take the graphics card really easily. And you see on the graphics card, we've got a slot here. We've already got something on the slot. That's nice. My great text. We'll clean that off. So that's the actual PCI connection. This is going to go inside the slot right here that's surrounded by this metal jacket. Just above where it says Prime B650, this slot right here. And all we're going to do, back up just slightly, Aaron, hold it there, just make sure you can see. I'm going to take the graphics card and put the end of the graphics card into the computer at an angle. This is a big graphics card, so we've got to have a little bit of room here to go in. And then I'm going to bring it up. And it's a little tight. I'm gonna have to lift up to clear all this and then bring it back in. I'm aligning it with the back. And you can see the gold fingers on that PCI slot need to go in the slot inside the machine. And I'm gonna just align all this and push it in gently. If I can get it, which I can't see what I'm doing now. And that is in, and we're gonna push it. And once it's in, you'll hear a click. And then we've got two screws over here that we need to put in. So there they are right there, screws. I'm gonna take one and pop it right in the middle. All right. Yeah, we just dropped the foam, but we're still on. So first screw's going into these holes right here. Two screws, two holes. One screw's gonna go in just like this. And that'll hold the card in, and then the second screw is going to go in right on top. So there are two screws that hold the card in. And then you're going to reach down, right in the front of the computer down here, there are two cables that we need to pull out gently. You don't want to pull the wrong ends here. There's one cable, and I'll get the second one out here. We've built this too nicely, and there's two. We'll probably zip tie these. I'm going to zip tie these so they're obvious. You don't have to dig for them. So here is the cables, and I want you to get a close-up. You'll see how these cables have a little piece that comes apart. We want to keep that together. So the cable connection needs to be inserted. That's not a good view. So top, there you go. So the cable needs to look just like this, not this way. You'll notice how the video card has 4 pins on it. excuse me, this is an 8-pin connector, but 4 pins on top, 4 pins on bottom. So this connector here that I have in my hand can be either, gotta back up, he's gotta be able to see this. So this connector can either be a 3-pin connector or a total 4-pin connector on the top and bottom, so 6 or 8 pins total. We want it to look just like this, and we want to get it inserted with the release tab on the top, and it goes in just like this. We want to hold the card with our hand while we push the connector in, and it should click once we get it in. There's another cable, there's another connector, same exact way, same exact place. It goes inside. And we're gonna hold the video card, and it also clicks. That's installed. Back up, you can't see, there you go. Oh, that's in, and that's the card. These cables can just lay right here. When you put the case cover on, they'll be out of the way. The last piece is a little GPU stand. So if I need to get an angle shot here, a head-on shot. Let me just have fun. So we need to see, number one, how the video card is not level. So you'll notice in here, if we look at the computer, the video card sags, and it sags down to the right. That's what these little GPU stands are for. They allow you to lift up the GPU. So if you see when I pull up with my hand how I can level the graphics card a little bit, that's what we want to accomplish with this connector here. So I'm going to take this. Sorry, kids in the background, we're fine. So I want to take it and I want to put it under this power connector here. And I want to lift up with this little platform. It's pretty obvious. And then once you get the correct level, you tighten the screw and that holds it up. And there's some anti-slip feet on the bottom and on the side of the card, or on the part that the card holds here. So we're gonna go up and we're gonna snug and see how I'm bringing the video card level, and then we tighten that down. Go ahead and take over, Aaron, so I can do it while you hold it. So come around me, you can't see because the cables are in the way.
Got it.
So I'm gonna bring the card up. You can see how much play there is here. We wanna bring the card up. I'm gonna bring the little platform stand up, and I'm gonna hold it there with one finger. I'm gonna get it level, eyeball it level, and then I'm gonna take my fingers and tighten this support down. And that's what it should look like. It'll stay just like that. And then the video card, if you want to get out and just get a square shot so you can see that the card is level, can't have it at an angle, there you go. So now the card is actually level. Once that's done and installed, we're going to put the side back on. And we're going to put the top back on just the way we took them off. And then on the back, I'll take it, on the back, obviously now, we have a video card installed right here where it says XFX. There are 4 places to hook up a monitor. The first one's HDMI. So instead of hooking up here and here, we're gonna hook our monitor up here to the video card that we just installed. You'll also get inside the box the antennas that go here for Wi-Fi, obviously USB keyboard and mouse, and then power goes down here, and then the main power switch is also there. Primary power switch that you'll use every day is the one on the top. So this is what's going to turn on the computer. If the computer were ever to lock up or not respond and that power switch didn't do anything, you could come back here and hit this one here. But most of the time, this is going to remain in the on position. The last feature to talk about on these cases is there's a hand grab right down on the bottom here that I can reach my fingers under and pull forward. And this is we can call it a cat or a dog hair filter. You can actually take this off and vacuum it off and keep the computer clean. There are some tabs on the top that you can see there. They go inside the case here. So I'm just gonna place it back in front of the case and then push. And it snaps right back in. And now we have a video card installed with the actual video card bracket right there as well. Sorry for the camera work, screaming kids, but it is done. And obviously you're gonna call me if you have questions. And we kept it under 10 minutes, hooray!